This Shopify store is making $10 million a month selling oregano oil supplements. Not a revolutionary product, not a new category. Oregano oil supplements have been on shelves for decades. But this brand figured out how to package it, sell it, and keep customers coming back, and now they are doing numbers that most supplements companies never see. In this video, I will walk you through exactly how their store is built and what makes their whole offer work. And stick around because at the end I will show you where you can source such health supplements from vetted suppliers in case you want to build something in this space yourself. Now before we get into it, I want to be clear, this is not about oregano oil, this is not about supplements, it's about what happens when someone takes an ordinary product and builds a proper system around it. And that system is what we are gonna break down in this video. The store I'm talking about is Resilia, and they sell one product, oregano oil soft gel supplements. Right now they are pulling around 4.1 million visitors a month. That number jumped from roughly 900,000 back in December, and in just 4 months they went from a mid-sized brand to one of the most visited supplement stores online. They're running anywhere from 150 to 600 ads simultaneously, a mix of static image ads and UGC style videos, and they are testing a lot of different angles. And the store itself is just 1 year old. They are using the Impulse theme, which is a premium paid theme that costs $400, and it's a solid choice for stores with a lot of content. The page speed score is around 25%, which is kind of low. That is mostly due to the number of apps installed, 17 of them, plus the amount of custom work they likely had done on their pages. Fixing speed would likely improve conversions too. The name Resilia is almost certainly created from the word resilience. It sounds medical without being clinical. It sounds premium without being complicated. That soft ending, the Resilia, is something that you see across a lot of supplements brands because it gives the name a kind of weight that is hard to explain, but it is easy to feel. The logo leans into green, which signals nature, health, and something clean. It's not trying to be clever, it's trying to be trusted. And the product name itself, Oil of Oregano Soft Gels, is completely literal. There is no invented meaning, no made-up compound word. They chose clarity over creativity. And that actually is a smart move in the supplement space where customers are already skeptical. When you don't understand the name, you don't trust the product. When you do understand it immediately, you are one step closer to buying. And they are sending most of their paid traffic to this landing page. The first thing you see when you land on it is a countdown timer. Spring sale, up to 70% off. The clock is already running. Before you have read a single word about the product, you already feel that you might be late. Below that, there's a scrolling ticker running through 6 different health benefits: immune support, gut health, daily energy, metabolic support, cardiovascular wellness, healthy inflammation response. That ticker is doing something specific. It's not describing the product, it's matching buyer intent. Whoever lands on this page from an ad about gut health will see the gut health in that ticker. Whoever came from an immunity angle will see the immunity support. The packaging is green and minimal, featuring the soft gel capsules. The product title is straightforward: Resilia Oil of Oregano Soft Gels. The tagline underneath reads, "The daily soft gel your gut, immune system, and energy have been waiting for," and this line does a lot of work quickly. It names 3 different customer problems in one short sentence. Below the title there are 6 benefit tags. The buy box is right there. Subscription is pre-selected. The bundles are already visible. You don't need to scroll to make a decision. Now here's something worth paying attention to. The buy box shows 3 bundle options. Buy one and save 50%, so the bottle goes from $59.99 down to $29.99. Buy 3 gets 2 free, and that includes free shipping. The crossed out original prices are doing anchoring work. The buy 2 get 1 free option is labeled most popular. That label is carrying a lot of weight. It tells the undecided customers where everyone else landed, and most people follow the crowd when they are not sure what to choose. One thing to note is that the subscription is pre-selected, not offered as an option. Pre-selected. The button already says refill ships every 30 days and stop or cancel anytime. Most customers will not even try to change it. They will just click add to cart and move on. That one decision to make subscribe the default rather than an option is likely responsible for a significant part of Resilia's back-end revenue. The bundle structure is straightforward but effective. 3 tiers, each one offering a bigger discount for a larger commitment. The logic is simple. The more you buy, the more you save. The most popular popular label on the middle tier nudges people toward the option that gives Resilia the best balance of volume and margin. Also, free shipping on the top tier is the final nudge. At this point, buying 3 feels like the smart choice. Now, if you watch this breakdown and you're thinking about applying the same model, the obvious next question is, where do I actually source a product like this? You do not need to manufacture anything from scratch. There is a wholesale marketplace called Ini that connects sellers with vetted European suppliers across categories like health, household goods, electronics, and DIY. Once you sign in, you browse or search by product category, pick a supplier, set your quantity, and place your order. Ini has a huge catalog of products, and you can see here on the left how many products and categories there are. But because we are talking about vitamins and supplements, I went and I filtered for those, and we can find in here a lot of products that we can resell on our stores. A lot of these products already have a good reputation online, so all you have to do actually is to list them on your store and drive traffic to them. So let's search for now foods. I went and I found this omega-3 supplement that is used by a lot of people for a lot of reasons, one of which is cardiovascular support. This sells for €10.70 here, and it includes delivery. I went and I found the same product on Amazon.de, and this sells at €15 here, and it doesn't include shipping. So together with shipping, we have somewhere around €22. And the difference between the €22 you'll have to pay on Amazon and the $10.70 you'll have to pay on Ini is roughly 100%. The platform is free to use. There is a minimum order value of €300 per order right now, but shipping is included. If you want to check it out, you're going to have a link in the description. Now let's go back to Resilia. The star rating sits at 4.9 and it shows up multiple times across the page. Seeing it repeatedly makes it feel like a fact rather than a claim. The review count is framed as thousands of 5-star reviews and trusted by 75,000 plus, accompanied by messages like over 1 million orders shipped, 3 different numbers anchoring 3 different ideas: quality, trust, and scale. Together they are building a picture of a brand that a lot of people already tried and liked. What's worth noticing though is that these are not live review widgets pulling real data. The number and codes are likely manually written by their marketing team and placed on the page like any other piece of copy. Even the review section further down the page looks curated rather than dynamic, meaning that they likely handpicked which reviews to show and how to display them. And this can work well when your audience already trusts the brand and it comes in warm, for example from an ad or an email campaign, because those people are not going to dig into whether the reviews are real. They just see the social proof and keep on moving. But for cold traffic landing on a page for the first time, a live review widget with verified badges and recent dates tends to convert better, because skeptical buyers want proof they cannot easily dismiss. And here's something I want you to keep in mind as we go further. How many emails do you think a brand like this might be sending to their list every week? I'll show you what Resilia does in just a bit. The ad strategy also leans into UGC content, mixing it with static ads to hit different angles, and the consistency between ad and page is one of the quieter reasons a funnel converts well. Alongside that, the page uses clinical credibility signals throughout 82 clinical trials on black seed oil, 2000 years of traditional use, third-party tested, clean formula badges. The accordion tabs keep the page from getting too long. The description and the other details are collapsed by default. That means that the page feels simple until the customer wants more. Below the fold, the page uses a week-by-week timeline showing what to expect from week 1 through week 4. It's a smart format because it sets expectations and it commits the customer to staying on the subscription long enough to feel the results. On mobile devices, the page scales well, the structure stays clean, and the bundle tiers are easy to tap. Mobile is very important and they didn't leave that to chance. Here is the thing about Resilia email that I mentioned earlier. In the last 90 days, they sent around 4 emails per week, and in some weeks they even send 5. Subject lines like up to 75% off all products, up to 50% off, your mystery discount expiring tonight. That is not a newsletter strategy. That is a daily pressure campaign. Most store owners would be afraid to email that often. They would be afraid about unsubscribes. Resilia, on the other hand, clearly decided that the revenue from those daily sends outweighs the list churn. Their abandoned cart flow is also tight, 3 emails over roughly 2 days. each with a different angle. First one grabs urgency, second is a softer reminder, third hits with the final offer tied to the sale discount. The subject lines are not all the same type. Some create urgency, some ask a question, some teach something, some feel personal. That variety is what keeps people from ignoring the emails even when they arrive that often. So what can we learn from Resilia? 3 things. First, they build a business around subscriptions from day one. The product page does not ask you if you want to subscribe, it automatically assumes you do and it pre-selects it for you. That one decision turns a store full of one-time buyers into a customer base that pays every month. If you sell any product that gets used up or repeated, your subscribe option should be the default, not the other way around. Second, they test angles, not products. The same oregano oil soft gel is being sold as a gut health solution, an energy fix, an immunity product, and an inflammation response supplement. Every angle it gets its own ads, references on pages, email subject lines. They did not invent a new product, they found new reasons to buy the one they had. And third, they build urgency into the page itself, not just in the ads, the countdown timer, the delivery date. These are elements that create pressure on the page no matter what ad brought the visitor there. The ad gets people to click and the page gets people to buy. These are 2 different jobs and Resilia built a page that does its job. If this video gave you something useful, the next one will too. There is a Shopify store that is doing over $25 million a month selling a product that you probably wouldn't expect. Click the video on the screen and I'll see you there.